Hi everyone, welcome to Feisty Chess. We're going to play on Lee Chess, 10-5 game against Gebhardt. He's got a modern defense so far with g6. Let's play that second pawn up in the center. Okay. Play knight c3. Anticipating knight f6. I'm thinking about f4. Okay. d6. Has not played knight f6 yet. Can I take advantage of that somehow? Is bishop g5? Let's just go for quick development here. Knight f3 is good. We'll get our bishop to c4 and do what we can to keep it there. Let's go ahead and do that. Might want to get h3 in to prevent bishop g4. Yeah, let's take time out to do that. Bishop has no good squares. I mean, he could go to d7, but he can't come here or there. Okay. Black seems to be inviting d5 here. I could also take. I could also go for bishop e3. Those are my candidates. I think bishop g5 might be a useful move in between. I'm going to throw this in, and if he goes knight f6, then he's no longer threatening anything on this diagonal with this pawn. Bishop g5. Okay, let's just keep going with quick development. If he goes f6, he also blunts his bishop's force down the diagonal, so I can come back to bishop e3 if he plays f6 here. Okay, that's the plan. So bishop e3, and we've developed our bishop, and he's kind of blocked his. Now if I play d5, his knight probably has nothing better than go to e7, and at which point I can play queen d2, and this king's knight has nowhere to go because e7 is occupied, and okay. So now I'm seriously considering this. Yeah, let's do it. And then we'll follow up with queen d2. Yeah, he goes for e7. Now, queen d2. And his knight has a really hard time developing. This is a problematic piece here. Okay, he wanted to play f5 anyway. We've at least made them spend 2 moves to do it. Does our bishop want to be on d3? His knight is now coming to f6. Actually, if he's not threatening anything, I could. He is threatening f4. That's the kind of thing I tend to miss. All right. He's threatening f4. If I take, he can recapture with the g pawn and still be threatening f4. I don't see a better place for my queen other than going back to d1. I'm going to take. Okay, he recaptures the. He wants to still threaten f4, but now bishop g5 looks better. Because the bishop is not getting shut out of the game back to h2. Yeah, let's not give him time to develop by taking that knight. I like the idea of castling queenside here. And if he wants to castle kingside, that walks into an easy way of opening up things on the kingside for me. So I'm going to castle queenside. Okay, we're 13 moves in. And my opponent's moving a lot more quickly. Okay, I'm immediately considering this pawn sacrifice. I don't think it's all that good right now. I think I might need to get some support onto this knight first. Bishop e2. And I can think about a pawn sacrifice next move. My rooks are connected. Okay. Bishop g3 looks kind of passive. Expecting f4 with bishop g3. I could also go g3 here. That looks like a funny way to continue. We can. I mean, he could take the two bishops, and there's definitely disadvantages there. I open up a file to his king. I keep that obnoxious pin until he does take. All right. We're gonna try g3. Actually, I'll probably take with the knight if he goes for it. He does not go for it. Black does have good control of the center here. I'm going to get this rook over on the king side. Hopefully I picked the right rook. I kind of wanted to leave a square for my knight. It's a more aggressive option. I'm getting the rooks both lined up towards black's king. Oh, and he goes to that side. Now, how bad of an idea is g4 now? Maybe I just go knight d1 immediately. Maybe bring it to e3. I got to make a move. So that's the move. Black is way ahead on time. It's difficult when you play a game and talk through it. So black has a clear plan, just b5. Okay, he's going for this. Do I want to open this up immediately? No, I'm going with the knight. This also opens up the bishop, and it keeps the possibility of g4 intact. Okay, thanks to my knight on d1, I don't have to, like, my queen can come here. Okay. Put the queen on the diagonal with the king. Why not? I can kick that knight in a minute. The knight can't come to c5 right now. Looking at like bishop h5 here. Okay, can't come to c5 anymore. f3? Oh wait, no, g4 looks good now. Yeah, g4 looks pretty good. Oh, my knight hangs. My knight hangs, but then his... No, it's not good enough. Okay, let's get f3 in. Okay, what am I missing here? I can take that pawn. And I will. Rook c8, of course. He can take over here. He won't do that. Okay. Let's get our queen activated this way. Queen is guarding over the checks here on d3 and b3, importantly, because that pawn is not doing that. Might think about king to b1 at some point. Okay. Let's just get our queen guarding that mate threat on c2. I mean, it's not a mate threat right now, but... And then I think bishop d3 is in the cards. I got some pressure on f5. Maybe g5 first. Okay, really low on time here. All right. Now bishop d3 makes sense. Also might think about a knight to f2 there. Okay. Okay, this looks Happy? How happy? That knight looks pretty good right here. If he takes, I'll need to take it with the pawn, and my pawn structure looks ugly, but that open g file is worth it. Let's preview that. I'm going to gain 5 seconds. Very valuable 5 seconds at this point. Okay, king b1 looks like a natural way to defend here. Now there's less pressure on c2. Okay, we're just going to kick that away. Nope, bishop takes knight might make some sense, but again, so he's gonna get rook here. My queen is a little short on squares. But I think I have some real threats here. This bishop is going to get opened up. I might need to sack the exchange. An interesting choice. I think queen here makes a lot of sense. He might sack the exchange in that case. Yeah, let's do it. I need to make moves. Moves are good. And I'm not happy with this. I've left open rook check. Okay, let's get rid of that check. Okay. Okay, we've got a fork. That's good. Giving pawns away. Have to be careful, there's a fork now after he takes. Let's bring that rook over. Okay, we are just up the exchange after all that craziness. Let's get this rook going, and maybe we can bring it to a6. This bishop can't hang on to both of these pawns. Shoot, we've lost the exchange. Okay. All right. White is playing in a real hurry here. Okay, that can't be that good. We're just gonna pick that pawn up. Black is playing in way too much of a hurry. Only used 2 minutes of their time, and I mean, I also am maybe not playing ideal chess here, admittedly, but I'm up a pawn. I'm down a lot of time. Oh. Let's try this. Okay, this is good. Let's get behind that pawn, keep our rook active. Black is trying to blitz me out. Throw a few checks. Just gain a little time. Maybe. Yeah. Black has no checks. Let's go in for this. Looks like a drawish ending, actually. But this looks good for me. I'm going to let him have that pawn, but my king is going to get to a really good position here. Rook not in an ideal position. I still like my chances. I still like those chances. Where's the king gonna hide? He has to hide in front of his pawn. There's no other move that. And I'm threatening. Okay, I got it. Now, this might still be a draw. I think I can get this, though. Let's throw this check. Get the king in. Throw this check. Throw another check. Gotta throw another check. I go king e3. Yeah, I've got to take the draw here. Yeah, okay. Oh, it's frustrating when my opponent just plays quick moves like that. I should have played better. Both of us managed our time poorly in different ways. Neither one of us was playing our best chess there. But I was I was trying. I was trying. I don't know what to say about it. I don't get when people use their time. I don't understand how you can't just get absorbed in a position and think about it. Like the compulsion to move doesn't trigger with me. I need to think about my moves. I'm very careful about it. That's the whole point of playing chess, is to get into the position and to try to find the best move, rather than just say, "Hey, I'm going to throw it over to you, make your move." It doesn't make sense to me, and I find myself frustrated when I'm playing people who spit out moves like this. Um, so yeah, I would have. I mean, I had a winning position here, but as I said, I wasn't playing my best chess because I wasn't playing in a timely fashion. So I am one of those, obviously, who gets in time trouble. Um, my opponent gets in board trouble. Frankly, I'd rather be in time trouble than board trouble. Um, a big mistake here was we won't overanalyze this too much. My opponent clearly didn't put too much thought into a lot of his moves. Low pawn. I just like how things look here. It was a good move. This was a good move. Hmm. Did I miss any tactics? This is where I want to look. Analysis board will bring me. Yes, I love Lee chess. It brings me to the position I was at. Okay. Did I miss any tactics here? Did I have rook takes? Bishop, maybe? I don't think so. Well, okay. Rook takes bishop. I'm going to look at this. Rook takes bishop. And then I have this check, which opens up my queen. If he takes with the king, then something like this looks pretty good. Yeah. Down the exchange, but my king is definitely safer than his. Computer says even. If he takes with rook, ooh, black just has an advantage here. Rook g1, now king h8, and diagonal for my queen doesn't help because none of the squares are really available. So now when I do have to move the queen, I've got to move her back. Here, once again, and he's getting that pawn, and he's got a huge central pawn mass. His king is actually safe enough with the rook over to defend it. And the queen can come back to the 8th rank to defend. So, okay. I kept that idea in reserve. I wonder if that was a mouse slip even by my opponent. I wonder if he was just going to take this pawn. I've got a big advantage here, and I blew it. Knight c3. Oh, of course. I didn't consider knight c3 because, of course, the knight hangs, right? But no, mate hangs on g7 if that queen doesn't move. So that's a nice way of activating the knight, defending this pawn, and yeah, rook h7 would threaten to get that knight, but now we're getting our knight in the game. e4. Rook takes f5. Queen g6. Computer really likes white. Queen c2. Why does it prefer white so much? Do I still have an extra pawn? Not really. We're equal on pawns, and mine are falling pretty soon. This one, anyway. Queen c2. Oh, that defends the pawn. I see the point. Okay. Key moment here. After the queens come off, I find a way to fork his rooks. King comes in. Knight takes c5. And now I don't need to hurry to grab that pawn. I give my rook to the e file. This is fine. Okay, rook d1. Rook h5. I thought about that. That's the wrong move. That allowed rook d5 check. So king c6. Yeah, that's better. And that actually threatens to trade off a pair of rooks, which would make my task a lot easier. King c6. I was still thinking about going for these pawns, but I didn't look at the concrete threats that black could make. Yeah, it's difficult even to analyze a game when it's at this kind of time trouble. So yeah, that gives up the pawn. Black is smart to keep the rooks on because he's just losing the king ending. Okay, rook c3. King g3. Yeah, I'm not sure this is winnable. I had to give up my b pawn just to try to get past a pawn here. I should have thrown a check in before I did that, just to push his king back a little bit. Doesn't look like I was really winning at any point here. I thought my rook is too awkwardly in front of that pawn. And to the very end, I'm curious if I missed some kind of win. I think my king was just a step away from being in winning position here. Rook a3 does set a nice little trap. If he just tries to push it, then I'm getting it, because he can't bring his king to protect. The king g4, and then he's ready to push next move. No, I didn't miss anything. So, okay, a draw's not so bad. Not such a bad result. I can't be too unhappy with that. After all, both my opponent and me mismanaged our time in different ways. It's frustrating to be on this end of it. I'm consistently on this end of it when this kind of game happens. So, yeah, draw. Can't be too upset. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you later.